Okay, so I'm going to show you the process of doing Father Christmas's face. I'm not going to copy one, I'm just going to make it up. I don't know how it's going to look. Hopefully it'll look good, but I always do the same structure, same process for whatever it is, any face. So you just follow that and work out your own Santa. I would say, especially with a Father Christmas face, it's probably best not to copy one. Maybe like sketch one out, but don't just try and get one exactly right, because no one really knows what Father Christmas looks like. So unless it looks really creepy and weird, you'll be all right and you'll get away with it. So he's usually just got a bit of a big nose and, a big beard, and that's it really. So the weather's a bit mental outside this morning, so you might hear a bit of wind. Also, I had a bit of an accident while I was away and ripped the tendons in my spraying finger, which is a bit annoying. So it says it could be up to 8 weeks to repair. So I'm gonna have to try and weirdly spray with this. So we'll see how I get on, but I'll get there eventually. Okay, let's do this. So firstly, do the faces as big as possible, and because you can put more detail in them. We're going to start with the hat, and then we'll do eyes and beard, or maybe beard and eyes. It's got to be the whitest part first, and then we can start moving in with the facial features. Okay, so I'm not going to put too much detail in the hat, but the great thing about doing the hat first is that you can get the shadow underneath the hat. Okay, so we can just do a light spray underneath it, and then that creates the that depth element that we always love to find. So I think I'm going to go with the beard first. It doesn't need to be too far down. So when we're doing everything's layering, remembering from everything we've done in the past, you do stages of things, okay? So I'll do the mustache before I do the beard, because then you can have a bit of a shadow with the mustache over the top of the beard, okay? Now what we can do with the beard and the furry hat is you can make some indents into it. If you've got time and you want to spend more time on it, you can completely get away with not doing this, but it gives it a little bit more depth when you do. Just add these little lines into it. Okay, let's go a bit closer, see that? I'm not doing it with any particular order or design. It is just, you're just creating the idea of hair. And then we will drop our knife again, and then just go over it again. And it's just going to create a bit of texture for it. So we've gone over again, and like we normally do, we can push it into place in certain areas to thicken it out, and other areas are a bit thinner. Okay, so there's that. And can you see where it's created? How the light hits it a little bit, you can see that it's just got more of a look of hair now. All right, and now we will go beard. So a bit here, we're going under here. Again, the first spray doesn't really matter, because if we do the same thing, and remember to be a bit lighter under here. So, okay, and then we're going to use the pointed brush and just get some movement to create the hair. So make it a little bit bushy, and then
you can see which way the beard's coming down. I'm just doing it quickly. You can take a bit more time over this and make it a little bit more hair-like. If you have loads of time, you could just let the spray dry and use your sharpened end, which will create a finer hairline. So this just around like that. Okay, so it's just create that bit of movement and shape. Okay, we're still leaving some white areas, and then we can go straight over it again. Now, by now you'll know that after you've sprayed, it will dry out and it will go a little bit more transparent. So you're not going to lose what's underneath. You don't want to spray it over all of it, but nice thick white in certain areas. Okay, and then we'll just redefine this bit, and this, and then we can use a brush again here. Okay, and let me just come back a bit so you can see the bottom of the beard, and then just create some waves, just going in and out with the scraper to create a bit of movement. And you can get a little bit more finer on this. You can do a bit more strokes like that, depending on time. Again, you can see that we've left that gap under there and there. Give it a little bit of a shadow. Right, and then we can do some eyebrows. Knife keeps dropping. And then we create the eyes. So I'll use my pointed rubber brush. This is very much trial and error. Okay, you want a friendly looking face, so you want a smile from him, and you don't want the eyes to look too crazy. Sometimes they look a bit crazy. I don't like to follow just one picture of Father Christmas or try and get it, because I just like it being different every time, and it helps you get better at it as well. So and then just come in. Well, because this is the first layer, because we're gonna be spraying over the eyes ultimately, because we've got to put all of the detail in here. So let's try and get a nose shape. Okay, so we can go light, and then we'll just start building it up. Once you're happy with the nose, then you can start moving on. So yeah, I have no idea how this is going to go. It's been a while since I've done the centre, actually. So, but this is the fun of it. So we've done a line around there. And then just take your time with this. See, I'm doing it a bit quicker. Okay, so we've got the general nose there now. So then we can add a bit more spray here and there. I wouldn't leave it anywhere black. Okay, so you're going to go over everything. Okay, and then we're gonna have to go back over his eyes. And we want to create some lines as well. We want to define his eyes. And then go back. Nostrils. So we're going to slowly and gradually just start adding to this face. Just go back over these certain areas. You can create a bit of shadow here, around the nose. And then use, when you're doing his eyeball, use the white spray that's in that eyeball to create that shine on the eye. Again, it's all right to be thick on the line. And you can add a bit of his cheek there. So we can always spray back over it again. So it might look harsh to begin with. But you just slowly but surely taking bits away, and then we can spray again. Just give him some bit of laughter lines. So he's not a young man. Okay. And then we can create I think most of the time I just do his bottom lip. But just play around with it. I think it's almost a hint of a mouth under there. You don't need to do like massive lips or anything like that. Just get that going again. And then we can, excuse my finger, I sprayed in the wrong area there. I'll blame my injury. Okay, so as you add a bit more spray to the areas, right here, and again, too much spray because of my finger. But you can just keep going back over these lines. And So it can be really fun because you can really take your time with it and just create your own face. Just be gradual. The key is to not try and do it all in one go. Just know that you're going to have to take a bit off, spray over it, take a bit off. It just takes a bit of layering and takes a bit of time. And then you can when you're doing things that shouldn't necessarily be white, like the top of his hat, which is red, essentially, you just want the light to be hitting it and then leaving a bit of a dark area. So you've got to make sure you've got different degrees of white. Everything's not the same thickness. Otherwise, everything will look a little bit dark or it will look a little bit white. So there we go. And you can add some highlights to his beard, mustache. And some bits to that. And there you have Father Christmas. That's how we do a face. Let me know if you've got any questions. I'm happy to help. We have just released Master the Art of Snow Spraying as a subscription. Get instant access to over 6.5 hours of video tutorials and a private Facebook group where me and all the other group members are there to help you not only learn this art form, but turn it into a business. You can do it anywhere in the world and at your own pace. So many people have started doing it now, but they don't know how to do it well. I will teach you everything you need to know and you will be shocked at how quickly you become good at it. And you definitely do not need to be an artist to do it. I created this art form almost 17 years ago and I've been doing it professionally for just under a decade. I work for big brands, well-known shops, as well as celebrities. I have over 300,000 organic natural followers across our social media. And my videos get hundreds of millions of views every year. So if you want to start something new, make it this. You can end the subscription whenever you want, but you won't want to. So for £25 a month, which is less than the price of 1 cup of coffee a day, you can start a new adventure, learn a new skill, join a great community, and start making money from your creative abilities. So invest and believe in yourself. Click the link, join the club, you won't regret it. I'll see you in the group.